Captain's Blog, Saturday, May 26, 2012, 12:27 hours. I just pulled in. I just got out of my car. And this is what I see when I walk into the lab. This is why I love my job. All right, what do you got going on?
This is my R2-D2 that I've been building. I've been building a center bracket for this foot over there on the mill.
Okay.
And we're slowly getting him more to the point where he'll be ready to paint and pick out and visit.
That's pretty cool.
And stuff like that.
You should bring him over to do tours.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be here quite often.
That's neat.
Lead you around, project stuff on the walls, like little videos of what we do.
And that's all aluminum.
Yep, the feeder steel. But otherwise
Okay, the feeder steel, but like that's not like a plastic kit or something.
No.
That thing weighs hundreds of pounds.
It weighs about 200 pounds, a little bit more.
That's cool.
The car battery in it alone runs 48 pounds, for the car battery.
That is badass.
Now I've got a different frame that I'm working on that a fellow in Texas designed, and it will allow the transition from 2 legs to 3 legs and back. So I'm pretty much going to gut the frame of this and try to do that other one. But considering the weight, I'm not exactly sure. So there's going to be some tinkering and
hey, we like tinkering.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I took apart the dome, otherwise I'd have domes with lights and sounds, but unfortunately I've just got the sounds. I was trying to get it ready for August. I'm going down to Florida with it to, to a gathering of the people who build these things.
That's neat. See, you could be doing this. You could be here building one of these. This is what we do. We build stuff.
We build awesome. And R2-D2 is awesome.
All right, start working on. We need about 50 pounds of alginate. We need to make a body cast of jabroni, and we can do C3PO as well.
I've got a fiberglass in here too.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to figure out how to have it vacuum metallized. If you have one of those things that you can vacuum metallize something stashed in here, that would be perfect.
We don't have one, but I know a guy. I know a guy. So I might be able to make that work. And if you get into forums, there's probably 20 guys in there that know how to do it. So what you doing, Moose?
I'm filling up my glue bots.
Yeah?
This is very exciting to me. I have a whole day of lamination. And Aaron is learning how to make a pen, and Jason is making another part for the robot.
Cool.
Hey, that turned out great.
Yeah. Oh, there's a loose sand.
Good job. I hate Star Wars with a passion. I'm a Trek guy. Okay, so I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that when I say this. I want you to put a team together and build a Geek Group R2-D2 for the lab because I think it's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Star Trek guy. Hate Star Wars. But that's just awesome.
Isn't it?
And we need one for the lab.
It'd be great for tours.
Put together the design. I know there's several different, like his is totally different than yours and stuff like that.
Yep.
I want the best kit. I want to be able to do the 2-3 leg transition.
Okay.
Get the right parts. We can make whatever we need. I know that there's a lot of stuff out there that other people are making for parts and that. Put together a project, get into forums, put together as a design, let me know what it costs. We gotta make one. We gotta make one. All right, let's get to work.
Here at the Geek Group, we've invented a new fundraising strategy. You can now purchase impressively tiny coins we've compressed using high-energy magnetism. We induce a current pulse of 100,000 amps into a copper wire coiled around a golden dollar, dime, or quarter, producing very powerful opposing magnetic fields that compress a quarter to the diameter of a dime, which you then receive in a lovely commemorative package along with the satisfaction that can only come from helping the Geek Group build our endowment, which in turn will allow us to put membership fees, donations, and sponsorships towards furthering the organization rather than just maintaining it. Carry a lightning bolt in your pocket, available at thegeekgroup.org.
Where do you pick up all these parts?
Everywhere, mostly through donations.
Yeah. Oh.
People like you that bring them in.
Okay.
Like, this is a standard Bimba cylinder. It's an air cylinder. This, the new price might be, I don't know, 100, 150 bucks. Surplus price for one like this is about 30 over at Grand Rapids Industrial Surplus. But I'll get somebody that works at a factory and they've got a shelf full of these that they had left over for a machine, and they'll bring them in and drop them off and donate them. And then we sell them at the surplus prices when people need them. But a lot of people come here just to build projects, and they don't they want to build it. They don't necessarily want to house a large robot in their bedroom or whatever. They just want to build one and learn about it. So if they take it home, then we charge them just the surplus prices, and the funding goes to help replenish the stocks. But most people build stuff and then they put it back on the shelf. And we've got cylinders this small down to, here's an expensive one. That's a pancake cylinder. Those are pretty pricey. And I've got cylinders here that'll pick up your house. And all the way down to little tiny ones that, they're like 1/4 inch long cylinders and all different sizes. We've got a lot of weird stuff. Like, how many people here know what a B-52 is?
It's a plane.
Big plane, big bomber plane, okay? This behind me right here is a bomb sight for a B-52. We've got 5 in stock just in case you need one. There's some really weird stuff in this room. All right, I'm hijacking Dave's tour, which is something that I normally don't do. But for those of you who don't know, I'm Chris Boden. I'm the president of the Geek Group. This is my fault. I'm sorry.
He's the guy who keeps changing my title every other month.
It's COO. Officially, it's a thing.
Okay, cool.
All right. See, I'm not set up to do the laser thing. I'm totally pulling this right out of my butt as we do this. But all right. You've all seen like the laser pointers and things like that. Well, everybody gets to play with, most people think laser is something about this big, and like, ooh, it makes a red light, and you play with the cat. That's a laser. That's another laser. That's a kid's toy. This is a laser. And this is just the head part. This is the part that actually makes light. The power supply for it is over there. Okay, that big thing over there is the part that you have to plug in the wall. These are lasers that you get at the $250,000 level and up. We've got about half a dozen of them totally, and these aren't our big ones. Our big laser is actually locked away, and it's about twice as long as that, and it takes 2 dedicated people to pick it up. This is a place where people can come and have access to tools, materials, equipment at a level that normal people just can't begin to play with. I mean, that thing costs more than the house I live in. And that's a recurring theme that you'll find throughout the Geek Group. All right, watch. Here, real simple. I love doing this. How many people in this room think robots are cool? Thank you. Everybody thinks robots are cool. Okay, I challenge you to find a 12-year-old boy in America who doesn't think robots are awesome. The problem is, you've all seen robots like on YouTube and on TV, where you see the big orange ones welding cars together with the big clamp welders. Okay, everybody can see this. How many of you have ever seen one in real life? Unless you work in the automotive industry. Okay, what do you do for a living?
I used to work on molding tools.
Okay, so you work in the automotive industry. Unless you do, you don't get to play with those. They're very limited. They cost $1 million, and they install it on a factory floor. It welds cars for 3 shifts a day for 10 years, and then they throw it away and buy a new one. Here, upstairs, and you'll get to see them in a minute, we not only have one, we have 2. We have one for a lawn ornament. This is a place where you can walk in the door and say, I want to learn about robots because robots are cool. And we will give you the manual, which we wrote. We have the KUKA Bible. It's this thick. It's three volumes. Everything you need to know, soup to nuts, about that robot. And we'll give you the control pendant and we'll leave you alone. And you can just play with the robot. My job is to make sure that you don't break the $1 million robot and that you don't kill yourself, because it will. Robots are very stupid. They will do exactly what you tell them to do.
In opposite order. Don't kill yourself first, then the robot.
He works with the lawyers more than I do. But that's it. That's the idea. And everything here works on that. In school, in traditional educational environments, they work on a pull philosophy. They drag you, kicking and screaming, to class and sit you down and cram knowledge into you. We don't do that. We work on a push system. It's my job to just say, here's the robot, here's the book, have fun. A lot of people in here have smartphones. They all came with a manual. How many people actually sat down and read the manual cover to cover? Nobody does. Phone! Oh, and there's a book. Phone! Yay! Almost everything in your life that matters, that you know, you taught yourself. That's how education actually works. A teacher's job is to help you teach yourself. That's what we do here. This is a place where you come to learn whatever you want, at whatever level you want, at whatever rate you want. You don't have to follow along with the rest of the class. Like right now, I'm sitting here teaching you guys about what we do, and there's half a dozen people milling about. And they're like, oh, say. In traditional school, it would be like, hey, pay attention! See, but no, that doesn't work here. It's like learning cats. So yeah, that's what we do. What's next? What do you want me to do next?
MDH.
MDH. Okay, guys, come on. Let's see big things. Please do not touch the handrails going up the stairs. I'm not done painting them yet.
Oh, don't touch the handrail. That's hilarious. Don't touch it. Don't touch the handrail. Remember,
Why's it floor?
Thanks, Dave.
No problem.
At least they're weighted.
Step down.
Step down.
Step down.
Step up.
Not all of them?
Yeah, we're coming.
Yep. All the ones that matter anyways.
Ryan, you didn't tell me the red one.
No, I'm not gonna unlock it. I just want to get somewhere where I can talk. Alright, this room is the MDH. It is the main demonstration hall. This is our workshop. And remember those giant robots I was telling you about? Right there. The big one is named Jeff. The little one is Heather. Jeff is a Kuka KR351, and Heather is a KR125.
That's why it's Jeff and Heather. Notice how he stuttered?
Yeah, nobody can remember all the numbers and the names. Now, I want you all to remember something weird, and you won't understand why right now, but you will when we finish. See the three really big tubes up on the wall? They're 21 feet long. They weigh 1,700 pounds each, and they cost about $20,000 a piece to get. You can only buy them every 6 months because they don't sell a lot of them, so they only make them twice a year. I want you to remember those pipes. Those are actually water pipes. They're just big plastic pipes. Okay, we're going to come back to those, and you're going to understand why it's important to remember that.
Bottle
In
rockets?
this room, looking around, you will notice that we have a full CNC machine shop, complete with a brand new lathe, mill, and sheet router. With those three machines, you can cut pretty much anything you'd ever want to cut. And it isn't just metal, we do wood, plastic, glass, everything. So you can make anything you can think of. There's a couple of guys driving R2-D2 robots around. So they're making those here. Do you have an R2 out and about right now? Do you have an R2 out and about right now? Can you bring them out over here? We've also got, it's not up and running yet, but that giant green thing in the middle is a plasma cutter that's 12 foot long. Oh, there we go, he's right here.
When are you getting a 3D printer?
What do you want to be $3,000? Don't blow them. They're not as useful.
Chris,
You keep forgetting about the motors. I'm working my way okay.
oh, that's so cool.
That R2 right there is not some cheap plastic thing. It weighs 200 pounds. It's actually made of aluminum. You can build those here. In fact, there's two gentlemen that are building them here, hanging out back there right now.
You have to remote for that?
Now come on over here. Now this, by the way, is actually made of aluminum. There's a car battery in there.
Oh.
And its head is coming soon. The head's taken apart right now. If you look over here, let's wrap the MDH. We're going to head over to physics. This is fun.
I think you should show us that.
Show you what? The Orbitron?
Yeah, because I want to do it, but I...
Yeah? Cool, come here.
Wants to be.
No, I'm not kidding.
Wait a minute. No, listen. I have to whisper something in your ear.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but if... I'm going to... But listen. Listen.
Ever. Oh my God.
Okay, that's totally cool. That's fine.
I want to see you do it.
Me? No, you don't want to see me do
Oh
it.
my gosh, I want someone to do it.
I need somebody with the right mass. I need.
Steve, will you try it? Come on.
Come here.
How about you, man?
Think you're good.
You try it.
Come here.
Oh my gosh.
I promise I'm not gonna hurt you, and I won't make you puke or
Oh my
anything.
gosh. Oh, Steve,
Claire.
now you twirl it by your body, Steve.
You are in control.
Oh, you're used to one.
Use your core muscles. Cool, isn't it? Oh, it's so cool. Awesome.
I can work on the wall. That's hard, isn't it?
It is. It's very smooth. It's very easy. You can make it insane things, but it's like a swing set in 3 dimensions. It completely responds to your movements, and it works just like a swing set. How you pump is how it moves.
You want to go forward, lean forward. There you go.
This is the Orbitron. It's our multi-axis trainer.
I can work out with that every day.
We use it officially for science demos and things like that, but practically it's just fun to play with.
Oh my God.
Do you get really dizzy in there?
No, you can make yourself really dizzy, but it's not like a roller coaster or anything like that. It's like a swing set. You can make yourself feel weird, but you're in control of it. And because you're in control of it, it doesn't give you motion sickness. We've had people on here that take this thing, just get it spinning and whipping, and like, it's insane. This is pretty sedate and mellow. That's high energy. Do you want to make 100 Oh my. How many people would like to be on that project? Sign up. But over here, behind the curtain, if you're into Tesla coils, do you know what an MMC is? That's the largest one on Earth. That you can see it. Give me just a second. All right, now it's safe. Come on up here. That's our MMC. Yeah. It's like that. There are 2 boxes. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there's 2 boxes in here that are each over a cubic meter in size. They hold 1,000 capacitors, and that's the heart of this. It's pretty obvious the limiting factor here is the room, not the power supply. There are these. Yeah. Well, if we take them 1 foot further apart, they just arc to the ceiling. That this is as big as we can get it and still not hit the ceiling, and we still hit the ceiling every now and then. If I go much further apart, or any closer this way, they hit the cage. So I'm limiting from the cage and the ceiling. If I could take the roof up 30 feet and make this, if I had a room the size of the MBH, we'd be rocking out. But this is what we're looking to. Okay. What?
Are those for anything?
That is called a string of bells. It's a type of insulator. They're called petticoat insulators. We use that as a suspension test point. This room, for you guys, it's really cool, pretty lightning, rawr, awesome. This is a research lab. This is the only high voltage research lab in the world that's open to the public. If you're doing a science project with your kids and you're doing electricity and magnetism, or if you're a school teacher and you want to bring in 105th graders and do a thing on lightning or electricity, you can come here and do that. And that up there that's the insulator string there, and then the safety line in case that ever pulls out of the ceiling, which is 3 inches thick and made of concrete. The safety line catches it because they're expensive, heavy, and delicate all at the same time. We hang things from that. We can also, you'll see a lot of other stuff in here like this. This is actually out of a shopping mall. It's a clothing rack. Makes a really good lightning target. It's not about me. I'm just one of the guys. I'm the founder, but as soon as I'm done giving this tour, I'm painting handrails in the hallway.
And did it start here?
It started in Grand Rapids.
How long have you been in this one?
Almost 2 years. Any other questions?
Star.
What's that thing running behind you, Mr. Boden?
Noisy thing behind me. Okay. All right. How many of you have eaten a banana in the past 24 hours? 1628 hours. Dan, you wanted to know about these. These are what we have. Here's the model. It's a Provision thing. See if I can find you a model number. I don't know, but it's got a thing. Video in and out. It's got a hard drive built in. It runs on standard vehicular 12 volt. It is an audio and video recorder. We've got a bunch of them. I want to put them on all the Geek mobiles. So yeah, and we've got like parts from like these are the microphones and stuff. There's cameras and microphones and all that jazz. We got tons of these systems. We've got lock boxes to put them in, and I want to get them on all the Geek mobiles. And if you put them in on all the Geek mobiles, I'll give you one. Put on your car, so you're a happy guy. Okay. Now, you guys, tell them who you are and what you do.
My name's Skylar Burson, and I work in avionics. So I'm down here trying to figure out what all this stuff goes to, which planes it is, and that's a little bit more of a challenge than you might think.
So tell them what we've discovered so far.
Well, so far we've discovered several planes that things might be a part of. This thing I think might be the coolest.
Yeah.
This right here is what's called the KS-140. It's an Astro Tracker, which was a part of the navigation system. It was called the AGM-28 Hound Dog, and that was a standoff nuclear missile that was carried by the B-52. Actually, this is so cool because if you actually, on the B-52, if the navigation system went out, then it would actually pick up the Hound Dog's navigation system and use it as its own.
This is so cool. So it's an Astro Tracker. And there's going to be a video on a lot of this stuff. There's a lot of things down here where we have like duplicates. Here's a good example. The bomb sights. Okay, this bomb sight is the same bomb sight they used on a B-52E or F, so early 60s vintage. And you can see there's the viewport. Well, we've got several of these. So we're going to take one apart and do an autopsy on it. So we got to figure out how to power it up and all that jazz, but it's going to be a whole thing. And check this out. That is an analog computer. Well, it's an electronic analog computer. We also have a lot of mechanical analog computer bits. A large one we're going to be picking up very soon. So we're going to take him out, and that's going to be a fun time. Weighs like tons. It's huge. But there's all kinds of stuff. He's been down here cleaning all this out. Tell him what you've been doing. You've been on this for a while.
Yeah, I've been. The first thing I did was this was all in different piles, so I separated it based on some like this pile over here is gyroscopes. Some of the other stuff. This is all optics equipment right here. Basically, from there I just started cleaning it and started getting rid of that old dusty smell that you might smell in your grandmother's basement.
It had a funk to it.
Yeah, it's starting to get better though.
You should see the house.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What is this green thing? It looks to me like a full inertial nav system, like probably 3 different gyros or something.
I think that is what it is. I haven't really gotten to it quite yet, so I will be taking a look at this pretty shortly. But that's kind of what it looks like.
Okay.
I do know there is a gas tank inside it somewhere.
A gas tank?
Or a gas chamber.
Like nitrogen or something? Or?
I'm really not sure. I just saw some stuff on it earlier that said that.
Okay. Any other interesting finds?
I'm really into the optics stuff, I guess, personally.
All right, what do we got in cool optics?
Well, I guess you have all sorts of different site navigation or site equipment. Like, this is really a bomb sight piece.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's a bomb sight.
It's a bomb sight?
Not the same type of thing as that. I'm not sure what this came off yet. I actually just found it today. So I'm going to be doing a little homework on this myself. So that's pretty cool, though, to me. You can see where all the different lines up.
Yeah.
For all the different pieces. Other than that...
What is that one?
This one, I really have no idea. You can actually use it. I remember I was looking at it earlier. I think this one was one.
Because all I know is somebody paid a very big pile of money for that lens.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very tiny telescope.
Right.
But that's one of the most advanced sets of optics I've ever seen. If you look down the throat of it, that's amazing.
There is some very cool things down here. This guy's a camera gun, which I'm not totally sure what that means.
Camera gun?
That's what it says.
Camera gun type N6 from the Army Air Force. Okay, so it's old.
Once things start saying that, and then this guy over here is really cool. I haven't quite gotten over to clean it yet, but this thing you can actually see where you would aim right here.
Okay. So it's like it's a targeting.
And then these are actually for sun.
Okay.
Sun deflection.
Anybody got any ideas? That's terrifying. That's the kind of thing that you get a feeling that if you plug it into that, flip it on, and there's a radio somewhere, and like 20 people die just because you turn it on. An hour later, a helicopter shows up, and dudes start hopping out.
Everyone who lived.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Yeah, I still don't know where some of this stuff, how this guy got a hold of these things. I don't even know where you would go to buy them.
You probably don't want to know.
Yeah.
I know this guy. He'll hook you up.
Yeah.
You go and talk to Olivia now, and he's got everything you need. 200,000. What do you want? Who you want killed today?
Was this guy like some old engineer or something?
Yeah, he was an old engineer that just lost his shit, went completely fuck nuts insane, and his house is the stuff of nightmares. Like, his house is a Stephen King novel just waiting to happen.
Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's too bad. I guess good for us.
Yeah, I mean, but all this stuff was just half an hour from here.
Yeah.
You can only imagine how many other weird treasures there are in some crazy old guy's house.
Yeah, I'm excited to get over to this portion of it, to be honest.
I wanna know what's in there, because there's two of those. That means one can be autopsied.
Right.
Oh, did you play with that?
No, I haven't gotten.
Oh God, come here.
This
You
thing?
gotta, you turn the right crank and like it's nuts. All right, check it out. We got ship speed, target speed, so it goes on a boat. Okay, it's got a wind motor, and you can click start or stop. So we'll put on stop, and you crank up the wind motor, and the whole thing turns. So you kind of got to chase it, or brace your gut against it. But you wind it up, and then and then this thing starts twiddling. So it's doing something. And if you turn this one, the whole thing turns around. But no matter how you turn it, these two stay the same. So these will track with it. So I want to clean it up and figure out what the hell it is, because right now it's like a World War II spirograph. So but it's got target speed, ship speed, range correction, hundreds of yards, generated range, and this changes as things happen. We got a wind motor, press to reset, partial, and just all kinds of stuff. It's weird. True bearing. This is relative bearing. So it's something to do with targeting.
Yeah.
On a boat. But it's a trip. It's cool if you don't know what the hell to do with it. But I think a real good start with it would simply be to get it cleaned up.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure it out from there.
See things?
Yeah. Because it's all covered in shit. Mostly mold. And the whole house is.
Oh, is it?
You have to wear special masks to go in the house.
I know when I was on some of this stuff, some of those old missile stuff over here, and nav stuff, I was, some of this stuff is just so hard to clean. I just cleaned it up about as much as I think I can without air blasting it or something.
Well, if you want to, go with vicious cleaners or take it outside and hit it with a compressed air or whatnot, that's totally cool.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
We can go right out that door over there, and I can get an air compressor hose right on the other side from the machine shop. So that'll help.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we'll be back.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning!
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium. A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek.
Robot geek.
Physics geek.
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome.
On the wall, but what the man?
Sorry, I should go this way, shouldn't I? In your screws. Fine, I'll get the vacuum too.
There's a button. There you go.
Who put the fucking button? It's a Dyson. It's too complex for me. And that is like evil dust. I'd do it with the damn shot back, but that's just me. What's going on, Dave?
Moving the desk.
Yeah? We're getting set up so that we can have the computer I/O?
Yep.
Now where's the computer I/O gonna be? Like right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're gonna come out and this will be its space and sell pens and t-shirts.
Cool.
You can tell where I sat, you know, on the years of construction I've done here. It's a big poof of dust.
It's awesome being you.